Right now,
But
we
right
are
now,
live.
We are live.
You are live. Gluey Zoomsters, are you excited? And I have a question for you. Is the gun hot?
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. And are you ready to be the glue?
Welcome to our Wednesday.
This is Hot Glue and the Gun.
The world has gotten weirder.
And we need to have some fun. It's time for
GLUEY ZOOMY Show.
We're stuck inside our houses.
Rock and rolling in our chairs.
Grabby kids and spouses.
No one's washed their underwear.
It's time for
GLUEY ZOOMY Show. GLUEY ZOOMY Show.
A Gluey Zoom.
Zoomy Show.
A Gluey Zoomy Show.
A GLUEY Zoom.
A Zoomy Show. Gluey Zoomy Show. Gluey Zoomy Show. Gluey Zoomy Show. There's just too many voices trying to tear us all apart. We'd love to be together, but we don't know where to start. The COVID's running rampant and the money market's down. Gonna have to glue together to turn upside down our frown. It's time for
GLUEY ZOOMY Show. GLUEY ZOOMY Show.
A Gluey
GLUEY
Zoom.
ZOOMY Show.
Gluey Zoomy Show. Gluey Zoom. Zoomy Show. Gluey Zoomy Show.
Yes,
tonight
we do.
We have from Long Island, from Comac, New York, we are welcoming Brian Bonelli.
Brian, the librarian Bonelli. Yes. And all the way from the UK via Astoria,
Queens.
Jeannie Skelly. And all the way from Cary, kind of close to Cary's home zone.
Yeah, flew in from Chicago, Illinois.
Grant Landau-Williams. That is just so awesome that you guys are here with us.
Yes, it's good to see you. Thank you for gluing in with us.
Yes.
So we just have a couple of things that you should know. Many of you have glued in with us before, so you know how to raise your hand. Find it over there by the
Could everybody try raising their hand right now? Yeah. Just in case that's going to be
raise them up. Yes, I see all your hands going up. That's beautiful. Okay, now lower your hands. Down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Awesome. And then
wait.
Well, we have one more thing.
Carrie and Joel, remember.
Time is an illusion.
There is only the present.
You're gonna need this.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
I don't remember doing that.
No, I don't remember doing that either.
What did we give us?
We gave us a dime. Huh.
A dime.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's
Thanks
weird.
Us.
Cool. We got dime for time. I like to stop on a dime.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of dimes,
we do not charge.
We do not charge a ticket fee to get into the Gluey Zoomy Show. However, we do love to support our Gluey guest stars who are with us because they are going to bring and share their brilliance, and also we do like to pay for doing it. So we share all the tips equally. I'm going to post some links
your support. We are
into
passing
the chat.
Tip jar over there in the chat.
If you click on either on any of those links, the PayPal, HG&TG, or the Venmo, please tip whatever you wish. No tip is too small.
Or too large.
We're very happy to have you.
And if you don't do the things like the Venmo and the PayPal, we do accept mail.
Yes.
The USPS is still doing hard work, folks. So support them too.
Yes, please. Thanks. And awesome. And let's get into this. Yeah. I would love to see what our visual artist is doing this fine evening.
Me too.
Let's go check in on
Grant Landau-Williams. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. What do you got going on for us tonight, man?
Well, right now I'm working on some watercolor. I've got these, my camera setup is not great, but
that's show what's going on.
Sorry?
Show us what you got.
Yeah.
I learned that this day, many, many years ago, in history, the water clock was introduced to Japan. And I figured, what with the theme of time, what a better thing to draw, to paint, really, than a watercolor. So this is my start. I'm gonna kind of keep going. Of course, there's gonna be some water, and water carries a lot of things. It flows. It kind of flows like time, if we think about it. And I would love to just like include some things in the water, you know, to kind of represent what we're feeling today. That said, I'm going to need some help from the chat, if I can ask.
Oh, you will?
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
It's very hard to stay inspired these days, and I'm a creative person, but I need a hand every now and again. So folks, you could like pop up with, you know, things that inspire you, pieces of the show that resonate with you, whatever, and just include those in the chat. And if you see someone trying to do this, support them, uplift their voice. Maybe include your voice with theirs. Repeat it, share it again. Somehow, you know, let it be known, because I'm gonna be trying to stay present, but you know, I might miss what's going on. So if the more people participate, the more people uplift each other, the better I'll be able to see it, and the more this can become our painting.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Grant.
Thank you. If you are able to, Grant, if you are able, I'm totally jumping in. If you are able to change the angle of that camera just a hair,
I can certainly try.
that would be amazing.
And thanks, Gluey Zoomster. So you're gonna put your words of inspiration into the chat.
That's good. I can see it
throughout the show today, and then Grant can take that.
That would be
work.
That is
Awesome.
Amazing. Thank you. Wow, I can't believe. Speaking of choice and lifting up our voices,
Yes.
it is time for our first
Poll.
Gluey Zoomy poll, which makes me very excited.
Full
like
time,
every
full
time. For some reason, other versions of us handed us a dime, and so we're kind of going to take a moment and kind of dig into the dime. So let's actually decide what we're going to dig about the dime. So everybody, it's time to vote.
Place your votes.
Are we going to dig what's in a face, symbols tell a story, or and we're going to give that, we love democracy, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the winner is Symbols Tell a Story!
Yeah!
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Oh,
wow. Oh,
you know,
hey,
a
Boris.
friend of ours is joining us.
Hey, Boris.
Oh,
what's
man,
good?
Boris, it's good to see you, dude. How you doing?
Hi, guys. Well, I've been scared a lot, like, you know me. But I'm really happy to be here on the Gluey Zoomy show again.
Yeah. No, it's good to see you, bud.
Yeah.
Well, you know, our audience wants to know about the symbols on a dime.
Like
I have a magnifying glass here.
Oh,
Maybe we can
that
take
would
a
maybe
look at
help.
those.
Okay.
Let's see.
First of all, can we put the magnifier by the camera?
Oh, yeah.
And let's
Like
see,
right
does
here.
that actually help? No, it's too reflecty. Okay, so that did not work, but maybe we can help Boris.
But Boris can take a look.
So
What do you see there, Boris?
Well, I see a torch. My teacher told me that stands for liberty. I also see, what kind of branches are those? Olives? I think those are olives. That's an olive branch, which I know stands for peace. And then there's another thing, they look like, those are the kind of leaves, are those oak leaves?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oak always makes me think oak is a really strong tree. So that is like strength and independence.
Yeah,
Whoa.
okay, cool. So a torch for liberty, an olive branch for peace, and an oak branch for strength and independence.
Wow, Boris, that's
Very
really
cool.
cool. Thanks for sharing. That's
Thanks,
really neat.
buddy.
Yeah, that's
Always
really
great
cool.
to see you.
You know, it's amazing what you see when you look like a little closer. So that was really cool. Let's not lose that.
No.
Yeah, here.
Thanks.
Cool. That is so cool. And speaking of learning really cool things, we have a special guest who is insanely multi-talented on our guest on our
Jack
Gluey.
of all trades.
Yeah, a trade of all jacks. Really. It's amazing. I just pulled that right out of my ear. But yeah, so we would love to talk to the great Brian Bonelli. Today is June 10th.
It is.
And you have some knowledge, I think, to impart to us?
Yeah, well, you're not the only one with the spider. I have my own spider friend who's going to help us with some facts.
Awesome.
This is Millie.
Hi, Millie.
Hi, Millie. Now, she is a female Platycryptus undatus spider. And she,
That I heard you say.
Oh, and there's Boris right there. So, yeah, they're of a different kind of, they're different species, so they can't, like, hook up or anything. The males have these little gray mustaches. But anyway, I digress. I'll let Millie tell us what today is.
Great, thanks.
Great, thanks.
Hi, I'm Millie. Today is the birthday of Maurice Sendak.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Maurice Sendak.
Oh,
Happy
I love
birthday.
him. Where the Wild Things Are, right?
Where the Wild Things Are. He's also written a lot more books than that, but you know, we only know Where the Wild Things Are. It's interesting. He has this one book. I think it's called Somewhere Over There. Hold on. Let me look this up really quick.
Sure, because you're the librarian. And
You're the librarian.
I am the librarian, and I don't have to know these. I don't have to memorize facts because we have the internet. So he wrote this one book, and it's if you read it, it's about this girl who wishes her little baby brother away, and he gets kidnapped by the Goblin King, and she has to go fetch him from the Goblin King. Now, does this sound like a movie to you that you've maybe seen before?
Labyrinth?
Like Labyrinth?
Like Labyrinth, they ripped it off. There's like a slight acknowledgement in the credits, like, yeah, maybe we stole this.
There.
But what else I'd like to say about Maurice Sendak is he was a legendary cranky person, and and there's a wonderful interview that I did with Stephen Colbert right before he died, where he's just not entertaining it at all. He's like, I don't want to be here. You're annoying me. It's really beautiful. But he would also send his fans mail, and he would like hand illustrate it. And
wow.
like these pretty little illustrated envelopes. And I just want to very quickly just pull up this thing that I found from an NPR interview. Terry Gross asked, can you share some of your favorite comments from readers you've gotten over the years? And Maurice Sendak says, yeah, a little boy, he sent him a postcard, and the boy sent him a postcard, and it was really nice. So he sent the boy a postcard back, and then he got a letter back from the boy saying that he loved the card so much that he ate it. His art was good enough to eat.
Good enough to eat.
Good enough to eat. Whoa. Is that a compliment? I mean, if you...
Well, Maurice Sendak took it as one.
Oh,
he said it was the highest compliment he'd ever received.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if it's yummy enough to, if it's good enough to eat.
That's it. Yeah. It's all about the sauce.
Yeah. I once upon a time, about like 13 years ago today, I used to hang out at this place called Good Enough to Eat on the Upper West Side with a certain...
That's where we were courting.
Yeah, and it was delicious. It was delicious. So if that card
Thanks,
was
Brian.
good, that's awesome.
Any other tidbits you have to share?
About today or about Maurice Sendak?
Either.
I think today is the day that Nixon lifted the embargo on China, I think, which is not as fun to talk about as Maurice Sendak, so that's why I chose him.
Maurice Sendak had more.
Yeah, but it's good to know our history.
Illustrations.
Yeah.
That is so cool. You know, Brian, you are just brilliant, and we would also like to show a little bit of a very cool video we found that you made.
Oh, yes, a bit of stop motion animation.
Oh, sure.
Just a little bit, if you don't mind, that we would share that, especially
not at all.
Especially if you're patient enough as I do the things that are required to
bring this up to you, so we can all see it.
Yeah, so let's enjoy this. Get her, Miss Pac-Man. Get her.
Chase those ghosts away.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Check it out.
Hey, look, there they are. Like, can we zoom in on that? Oh, that's like the real thing. That's like what became.
Yeah. So like for this guy, you had 2 frames of animation. So in between each frame, you really only have to move the legs on this guy. So you just rip those apart and etc. And with Miss Pac-Man here, that's like 4 frames or 5 frames. And you have to just completely disassemble this and then reassemble it between each shot. And yeah, that was my first attempt at stop motion, especially with Legos, and it destroyed my hands. So I don't recommend it.
How many hours of time?
Yeah, it took a while. Actually, there was a lot in post that I had to do, post-production, believe it or not, for something as simple looking as that.
It is safe with all of us in Gluey Zoomy Land and most of YouTube. Thank you so much, Brian.
You're welcome.
In celebration of Pac, this is going to sound like the worst segue of all time.
Oh, do it, Joel. Give it to us.
So Pac-Man has music in it.
Yes.
And ghosts.
Yes.
And Jeannie Skelly has a song.
About ghosts?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should let her talk.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, this is a song about a good ghost. Oh, that was amazing, Brian. That was really cool.
Thank you.
This is a story about meeting a ghost from the past and trying to explain what the hell is going on to him. It's called I Met a Ghost. Right. I moved into a house and it was fine. Thought it was everything I wanted, then it turned out it was haunted. I met a ghost, his name was Daniel. He had a hard time and a pet ghost cocker spaniel. He asked my name and what the year was, and I told him. He said it was 1944 when he had died there in the war. He asked what's new, and I said where should I start? He said right before I left this world it had a broken heart. I said the world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it could still get better yet. Put a drink and said, welcome to your new home. What made you buy this property? Why do you live alone? I said I can't afford to buy it, I can barely pay the rent. You won't believe what houses cost now, shall I tell you about the government? What's your unfinished business? Anything you need to do? He said nothing, I'm just dead now and life's burdens lie on you. I said the world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it could still get better yet. The world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it could still get better yet. He asked me questions all night long and I responded. Sometimes he frowned and shook his head, the answers weren't ones that he wanted. Could we still elect a fascist? Was it legal to be gay? By the way, those are my ashes, please don't throw that jar away. The police still flipping racist, the women getting paid. Are they forced into birth or can they still be sent away? Then he said this is a big one. I asked him what he meant, that's when he leaned in really close and whispered, who's the president? I said the world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it could still get better yet. The world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it could still get better yet. He said when I died and I tried, I left the world so strange. But while you're still alive, there's time to try to make it change. I moved out of that house because the agency lied. Not just about the ghost, my neighbours partied every night. But when I left I said goodbye, and with a newfound sense of duty, I picked up Daniel's ashes and I took them to the sea. I said the world it isn't perfect, there are things that we'll regret, but there were times when it was worse and it can still get better yet.
Yeah!
Jeannie Skelly,
Jeannie Skelly, y'all. Like, wow. What a great tune. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, lady.
Welcome.
So great to have you here.
What's up, Boris?
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey guys, you know, I didn't. That was such a great song. But you know, like,
Yeah.
we looked at the back of the dime, but what's on the front of the dime?
Oh, that's a very
That's
good
an excellent question.
Yeah.
Boris. Let's take a
See
look
what we
at
got.
that. We got this here.
Uh-huh.
That looks like a president.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anybody know who would be on the front of the dime?
Yeah, who's that
Anybody?
president?
Anybody know that? You can put it in the chat or just speak it if you're a panelist. Who was on the dime?
Who is on the dime?
Who is on the dime?
Who's that face?
Who is on the dime?
FDR.
Oh,
Wow,
FDR.
Andy says FDR.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I'm getting a nod from Brian
Getting a nod.
Bonelli.
Hey, Brian, didn't you make a bunch of songs about various presidents?
Funny you should mention that. Yeah, I have an album. It is called FDR, Are You Ready to Rock?
Oh,
Yes. This is a photograph of when he played in front of Evel Knievel. He's rocking out on his Ibanez there. Anyway, yes, so I could help you out with any FDR information you would like.
Yes,
oh,
please.
yeah, we would
Well,
love
I'd
that.
love to hear your FDR tune.
Why, sure. I just happen to have my guitar right next to me.
That's amazing that you would do that.
Yeah, it's almost as if we had arranged this. Let's see. Oh, boy. Now, bear in mind, I haven't played this in a while, the guitar or the song, so it's going to be rusty. But here we go, FDR. By the way, this is an instrumental. All my guitar songs, they're all instrumentals about the presidents of the United States of America. So maybe as I'm playing it, it would help if you just would close your eyes and just visualize FDR in your mind and just let the music kind of take you on a little journey. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit myself in the head with it. Oh,
Gorgeous.
Damn you. Anyway, yeah, could you just feel the FDR-ness of that?
Well, and is there a tidbit about FDR that you would like us to know?
Sure. Let's see. He's the only president to be elected 4 times. He died very early in his 4th term. He's the only president to have 3 vice presidents. Does anyone in the chat know or can name any of them other than Harry Truman? No. And he cheated on one cousin with another cousin.
Oh, hey
Well,
now.
you know.
Okay.
Like time he got around.
Times.
Oh,
Different
God.
times.
If I make one more joke like that, you just like drill
okay,
a
I
hole
love
into
it,
my
Joel.
ear. Like,
Brian, thank you.
thank you so much,
Thank you
Brian.
for sharing your
You're
wisdom.
welcome. It's my pleasure.
Very cool. I'd like to check out this painting that Sir Grant is doing.
How's this watercolor coming
How's
along?
this go? Whoa.
And other mediums too, maybe.
Cool. Oh, cool. So FDR has made it in.
Whoa.
Grant, can you talk a little bit about what pieces from the chat have made it into your work?
Oh, so far we've got FDR rocking out on the guitar, work in progress. Boris the Spider.
Hey, Boris.
There he is.
Boris Love. And then I really liked it, and I saw someone else also liked it. It's all about the sauce.
It's all about the
sauce. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very
Thank
cool.
you, Grant.
And those of you who are out there in Gluey Zoomy land, please continue to put random things in the chat that you think may
Bits of
connect
inspiration.
and vice versa. If things
Glue.
that you see in the drawing inspire you, type it. That'd be very cool. And speaking of inspiration, that we are so glad to be here and that everybody has joined us. And we have a song that we would actually like to share with you if y'all are cool with that.
We do. We're just going to change our
We're just going to change
audio
the audio
settings a little
over
bit
to
over
music
here.
mode.
Going to this elixir of life.
It's called water.
Delicious. Thanks again, Gluey Zoomsters. Got a little tune for you. This one was written last fall, kind of started last summer into the fall. And it is called Fallen.
Left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right.
Left,
Falling,
right,
falling.
left, right, left,
Everybody falling in line.
right,
Falling,
left,
falling.
right, left, right.
Everybody falling in line. Falling, falling.
Everybody falling.
Everybody fall in line.
Falling, falling.
Everybody falling. Everybody fall in line. I logged on this morning.
On my daily grind, can't tell you my soul.
You can have my mind and all the streets have tapping in this grand design. Anesthetize the
We got no
teacher.
child
Left,
behind.
right, left, right, left.
Everybody fall in line.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Everybody fall in line.
Lay that brick on top of the other. I lay my sister and I lay my brother down on top of my father and my mother. All so you could build your tower. Babylon.
Right, left, right,
One
left.
more in the name of Babylon.
Right, left, right, left,
One
right.
more in the name. Give me your tide, give me your cord for our cold civil war. Give me your tide, give me your cord for our cold civil war. Selling your legacy for less than it's worth. Don't you know everybody needs a little cash in their purse? Integrity is standing on the line.
Hey, brother. Could you spare a dime?
Left, right, everybody fall in line. Right, left, everybody fall in line.
Give me your
Everybody
time,
falling,
give me your
everybody falling, everybody fall in line. Give me your tide, give me your cord for our cold civil war. Lay that brick on top of the other. I lay my sister and I lay my brother down on top of my father and my mother. All so you can build your tower. The dime.
We have to send them a message.
Carrie and Joel, remember.
Time.
It's an illusion.
There
There
is only the present.
You're gonna need this. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Gluey Zoomsters.
Thank you, Gluey Zoomsters.
Yeah. We just want to take you on to the next
Oh,
choice.
hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. You know, also, I didn't remember sending that message before.
well, but I guess we did it now.
What would have happened if we didn't send the message?
Oh, that reminds me of one of my favorite stories that you mentioned. What would have happened?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is from one of my favorite books, and let me just read a little bit of it. Lucy, he said, we must not lie here for long. You have work in hand, and much time has been lost today. Yes, wasn't it a shame, said Lucy. I saw you all right. They wouldn't believe me. And also, from somewhere deep inside Aslan's body, there came the faintest suggestion of a growl. I'm sorry, said Lucy, who understood some of his moods. I didn't mean to start slanging the others, but it wasn't my fault anyway, was it? The lion looked at her straight in the eyes. Oh, Aslan, said Lucy, you don't mean it was? How could I? I couldn't have left the others and come up to you alone. How could I? Don't look at me like that. Oh, well, I suppose I could. Yes, and it wouldn't have been alone, I know, not if I was with you. But what would have been the good? Aslan said nothing. You mean, said Lucy rather faintly, that it would have turned out all right somehow? But how? Please, Aslan, am I not to know? To know what would have happened, child, said Aslan. No. Nobody is ever told that. But anyone can find out what will happen. There is only one way of finding out.
Yeah.
So
Can we all hear that? Did we
I don't know if they heard us.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to know what would have happened, there's no way to know.
There's no way to know
We can know what will happen.
what will happen.
Yeah. Thank you, C.S. Lewis.
Thanks.
Thank
So-
you.
That leads us to what will happen next.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we could throw that out to the Gluey Zoomsters because,
Now-
maybe we don't need to.
Now we can send out a vote to you. We'll need your help with this one because we don't actually know where to go next. So help us out and let us know, where do you think the Gluey Zoomy Show should go?
Brian Bonelli made an interesting point in the chat, and I would say a quote from another book that may or may not be good, that the good one does not undo the bad, nor the bad the good. So let's vote on what's going to happen next.
Oh man, it is
wow, this is
neck
the
and neck right
tightest
now.
race that I have seen
You guys,
all
seriously.
season. That is amazing.
Holy cow.
Wow.
It's literally
we're gonna
thirds
need
right now. This
if
is
anybody
nuts.
hasn't voted, we really
Vote,
really
people,
need
because this is
more of a vote.
Oh my gosh, it's never been this tight.
It's never been this tight. We're gonna have to say in 5, 4,
4,
3, 2, 1, and the winner is A Song on a Harp.
Yes!
A Song on a Harp is the winner. Okay, so that's what we're gonna see.
Cool, cool.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna see a song on a harp.
A harp.
Yeah.
And we'll just set that up for you. And maybe you'll recognize this person who is playing.
Tetris for Jeff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Brian Bonelli on the
In case
harp.
anybody didn't notice, that was Brian Bonelli on the harp, and also
Tetris.
probably did the video editing for that particular piece.
You're a rock star, sir.
Very cool.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Indeed. I hope, Jordan, you got your wish. So, in speaking of, is it Gluey Zoomy Mail time? It's Gluey Zoomy Mail time. Gluey Zoomy Mail time. Gluey Zoomy Mail.
We got a
Zoomy
couple
Mail.
pieces of Gluey Zoomy mail. Thank you so much for sending in your mail. We have been gluing your stuff on our canvas week to week. This is a communal art project going on right here. And I have a little piece that was sent to me to Hot Glue and the Gun from Luke and Lily, and also the other camerers. We know who you are. Dear Hot Glue and the Gun, we love Gluey Zoomy Show. We really like the votes and the people that you bring. We love it all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. And we have this really cool
this really
treasure.
cool gift for us.
Lily, what is it? Whoa.
Oh, do you remember when Carmen Cespedes made a sculpture? One of our Gluey Zoomsters made a really tiny sculpture of a hot glue gun.
A little Play-Doh glue gun.
That
you
is
guys,
so
this
cool.
Is the
That is
coolest
so cool.
thing ever.
And then-
look, you can even see the glue on the top there.
That is amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get a size perspective here.
the
Industrial
gun.
strength glue gun and
Our new glue gun,
beautiful
which is magical strength.
gluey gun.
Which is magical strength. It's magical strength.
Now, do you guys ever eat the mail that you get, like Maurice Sendak's fans?
I think that has yet to happen. I would eat that, but
Yeah, Play-Doh, right? Non-toxic. We could actually.
Play-Doh is non-toxic.
I'm gonna pass this hot thing over to you, Joel.
I think that Brian has thrown down, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, and I'm afraid of that. But maybe that's what is called for, Mr. Bonelli. Yes. Okay. So I'm holding the gun now, which means there's another piece of Gluey Zoomy mail. We got 2 pieces this week. This one says, "To my dearest Joel and Carrie." Oh, I think this is a slightly older Gluey Zoomster than the first one.
Sure.
Just because of the word dearest.
Dearest.
Yes. Thank you for making Wednesday nights so amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Here is a baby scarf for the board made with love.
Oh man.
I
look
kind of
at
want to eat it. During our after hours chats, sending you love and light and a bit of love and laughter, L-A-F-ter, from, I think that might be from our
This is
Gluey
our
Zoomster,
good friend Laura. Thank you
That
so
is
much.
so good.
It's it's incredibly soft. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm a little sad about putting this onto the board and putting glue on this beautiful soft thing. Thank you for this baby scarf. Here, Joel, where are you gonna put it, man?
Well,
Glue her up.
I think that I kind of want to hear it like right about there. What do you
Cool.
think like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put the one piece
Do
there.
it. Do it.
Okay. Right? And then I'm going to wrap this under, because under his leg here,
Ooh.
I'm going to put the other piece there.
Nice.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Gluey
That's
Zoomy
all.
mail.
I have to say that it doesn't taste as good as, this does not taste as good as,
You're gonna have a great spitball out of that.
mm.
Yeah. Ready for it?
Yeah, but then that's not eating it.
Oh. Well.
More of this and on. It'll take me a little bit to chew this, but I gotta get it on the molar back there. It's time for Tin Can Talk.
I've got my tin can.
I've got my tin can. I have the super electric version.
Super deluxe. We plug in.
We plug in here.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so you know how this works. Oh, I think we already have volunteers.
Oh, we do.
We have 2 volunteers all ready for Tin Can Talk. We could take one more if we have one more person who wants to join Tin Can Talk. Well, let's see what we got already here.
Yeah, let's bring you in the room. Thanks, Gluey Zoomsters. Joel is still working on
It is
that paper.
challenging. This is very challenging. Yeah. Okay. All right. And remember, Gluey Zoomsters, if you're going to join Tin Can Talk, please start your videos. Start your videos. And I'm going to make this screen a little bigger. Let's see what we got going on here.
Yes, there we go. Oh,
sweet.
Professor Honey Toast.
Hello.
Okay.
All right. We're actually going to talk to
Professor Honey Toast is going to be first.
And U.S. Ambassador. Go ahead and mute yourself for a second. Thank you, friends.
Hello.
PhD, do you have a question for...
Yes. I am Professor Milton J. Honeytoast from University of Moulin Rouge, PhD, DDS, BPM, WTF, etc., etc. My question is, do you know what important thing happened today in 1752?
What important thing happened today in 1752? Do any of our talented panelists know that? And I'm going to keep talking for a moment while you could Google things, but maybe Professor Honeytoast, do you know what happened? You sound like one of those questioners who already knows the answer with your...
I'm afraid I do, yes. What happened is that Benjamin Franklin conducted his very famous kite experiment.
Wow, very cool. Benjamin Franklin conducted his very famous kite experiment.
I should have talked about that instead. That's way cooler than what I was talking about. Nixon, there.
Well, you really should visit Moulin Rouge University. It's in an undisclosed location, but I could get you the coordinates.
Sure.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Well, thank you, Professor Milton J. Honeytoast.
Thank you, sir.
We are going to send you back among the plebeians. But thank you, and by plebeian, I mean Gluey Zoomsters. Is that a Luca?
Oh, I see. The U.S. Ambassador is in the house.
Luca,
let's hear
do you
what
have
you
your
got.
tin can?
Wow,
Yes.
there it is.
Do you have a question for one of our Gluey Zoomy stars?
I have a question for
Brian.
For Brian.
Okay, go ahead.
what's your favorite video game?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Well, I'll have you know, I don't want to brag too much here, but I am Long Island's reigning Tetris Attack champion. I have 3 trophies that I proudly display. But that game's a bit before your time, Tetris Attack. As for contemporary games, I would have to go with, there's a game out right now called Mario Maker, which is, I think, probably the greatest game ever made because it allows people like you to just create whatever you want. It's like a giant sandbox, and the possibilities are endless, and in a way, it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, Mario Maker. All right, cool. I like that.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Luca.
Thanks,
you,
Luca.
U.S.
Thanks,
Ambassador
excellent
Luca.
question. Bye.
Good to see
Bye,
you.
Luca.
Oh, and we have one more.
Oh, yes. He is.
He's a little sideways, but I kind of think
didn't drink his
maybe
V8 this
he
morning.
did not
but
have
I
a
can-
V8 this morning with your.
You're sideways too.
Ozzy, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great. We're on episode 9 of 10.
Cool. I went out and got this tin can rig at the Guitar Center today, so I knew I was coming on. Isn't it cool?
Very nice.
I love it.
I can hear you very well.
So what's up?
Well, do you have a question for one of our Gluey guest stars today?
Okay, I was gonna have a question for Jeannie.
Okay, great.
Okay, and I was saying there's that film Yesterday, the Beatles thing, where the Beatles just disappeared, and all of a sudden that you had and the guy took their whole catalog of songs. If that happened and there was some weird time-space thing that happened and all of a sudden an artist went off the planet, what catalog of songs would you like to steal?
What catalog of songs would you like to steal?
The Beatles movie has been done, so I can't take that. Oh, that's interesting. I think Bob Dylan. I think that would need to live on.
Cool. Thank you.
Emmy wins.
Yeah, poet.
Poet.
Ah,
Oh, bye.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Vince.
Vince.
We
Good to
appreciate that.
see you.
Excellent question.
thanks, Gluey Zooms, for coming on to Tin Can Talk. And listen, anybody can be on Tin Can Talk. You just need a tin can, some kind of string, cord, anything to tie to it, and then we can hear you. I just want to check in real quick, though, with Grant Landau-Williams.
Yeah. Hey,
Grant, there's something that is dangling in your ears, and I was wondering what that was all about.
Good question. These are actually handmade resin EMF emitters that my mom made.
what does EMF stand for?
That's an excellent question that I don't know the answer to.
Electromagnetic frequency.
Yes.
Electromagnetic frequency.
Yeah. And it helps balance the energy in a space. It helps keep you safe. It also protects you from the kind of negative things that come off of your cell phone or computer and technology and things like that. I wear them because it helps me stay grounded, and I like to, I have one in my car, and so I feel very safe when I drive. I have one on my computer. You should look into if you're into.
Actually, speaking of your mom, we have not in earring form, but we have like a big, what would you call it? It's not a puck, but it's almost a small brick. But Sherry Landau has made this as well, and it helps. We keep it right here by our computer.
It's full of all sorts of things that help us balance, and with all of the stuff that's going on, that kind of drives us a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Adam says a paperweight. It weighs more than that, and it's really soft on one side.
It's really soft,
Very
and
cool.
this particular one has some dolphins on it to give us that dolphin child playful energy. Thank you, Sherry Landau, and I love that you got them in your ears. I'm gonna have to look into that. Thanks, Grant.
Thanks, Grant, and thank you all. And that was Tin Can Talk.
Yeah!
Yay!
I think it's time to move the body.
Well, I need to hear another song from Jeannie.
Oh, of course. That'll help us get on our way.
All right, thanks, guys. This is
Jeannie. You've got something for us?
I do. I have an appropriate song written by a fantastic writer and actress you may have heard of, called Cher.
Yes.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back the words I hate you and you stay. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you, and then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time, don't know why I did the things I did, don't know why I said the things I said. Pride is like a knife that cuts you deep inside, and your words are like a weapon that can wound sometimes. Didn't mean to hurt you, I didn't want to see you go. I didn't mean to make you cry, but baby, you know. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back the words that hurt you and you'd stay. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you, and you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time. My world was shattered, I was torn apart. It was like someone took a knife and shoved it deep in my heart. When you walked out the door, I swore I didn't care, but I lost everything, my darling, right then and there. Too proud to tell you I was sorry, too proud to tell you I was wrong. I know I was blind, baby, you're right. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back the words that hurt you and you'd stay. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you, and you'd love me like you used to do. If I could once in a lifetime.
Woo! Yes! Jeannie Skelly! Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I lost my mouse.
I love your version
I really
of that
like
song.
that
And
version
I'm
of that
seeing
song.
it in the chat too. Everybody's like, yes! Make it your own, girlfriend.
And we may or may not have serious Cher fans in the crowd.
It's true.
Serious. So they much appreciated.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Cool. I now
Can we
am ready.
switch?
Yes, now we can move. Now we can move. So you know how this works, Gluey Zoomers. Remember earlier we asked you to raise your hand if you want to join the dance party. That's if and only if you want to join the dance party. Please raise your hands right now, and we will make sure that that happens, and we will get the groove grooving. Once I again have to go over here, and then I have to click advanced, and then I have to click. It's okay. People are learning how to use Zoom. Music or computer sound only. Share, just like the song we heard. Share. Yes. And then we're gonna play some music for you, and we'll see you in a bit. Make sure you start your video, but you can mute your mic. All right, that sounds fun, and let's do that.
And this one goes out to all you life.
I go to uni and I don't know why. I don't want to live a corporate life. I don't do parties and I don't do drugs. So I just hang out with my library thugs. So I just hang out with my library thugs. I hate what kind of bird is that? Standing in line, wasting my time. Me and my thugs is all I got. I go to uni and I don't know why. London is too big, I get lost and cry. I don't like my apartment and I hate bed bugs. So I just hang out with my library thugs. I just hang out with my library thugs. So I just hang out with my library thugs. With my library thugs.
guys are doing? Oh,
Thanks for
so
dancing
good.
with
Thank you
us.
for
I see you
dancing
all
with
out there.
us.
It's good to see you.
I do want to see what happened with that piece of art, but it's going to be a little bit difficult for Joel just for a minute because
All
I
right.
see one Grant, but I don't see the other one. Where's the painting? Where's the painting? Where's the painting?
Maybe it's on.
Maybe it's on the
another
second page.
Yeah.
We're learning.
no, it's
There it
right
is!
here.
I found
Got
it!
it!
It's in the middle because I was hiding under my Spotify.
Library.
Okay,
Yes.
what happened here?
Oh,
cool. Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Grant, do you have anything to say about that? Go ahead and unmount if you want to do.
So a lot of love for share. So I'm working on that right now. Saw a lot of this emoji too. Just showing up a lot. We love it. I also love that people are sitting super present with the show and like, yeah, this is a fun little experiment.
Wow, cool. I'm so glad that you joined us.
I love it. Thanks for your work. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round of applause to Grant Landau-Williams.
Yes.
To Jeannie
Skelly.
To Brian
Bonelli. All the Gluey Zoomsters who came out to be the glue.
Yes.
We love you.
We
You
can't
are
do this
who makes
without
this.
you, so
do us a
thank
favor.
you.
Next week is the ultimate episode of season 1. So all of our core people, could you think of 1 or 2 people that you think that haven't been here yet that might want to come with you next week? Please bring them along. Also, we're going to post those links where you can find out about our Gluey guest stars right as soon as we roll credits.
Yes.
And also, we're going to repost those links to where you can send those tips
Put a
so that
little
we can
dime in the
support.
tip
Put a
jar.
dime in the tip jar. You're really cool. You're just really cool.
Oh,
All right, we love y'all.
thank you, friends. We will be here after the show if you want to
Right now
say
they're seeing a really weird thing because I had to
hello.
move that out of the way.
There
That's
we
better.
go.
Yeah, okay.
And
okay.
a Gluey Zoom.
A Zoomy show. A Gluey Zoomy show. Gluey Zoom. A Zoomy show. A Gluey Zoomy show.
Don't panic, just groove. Don't panic, just groove. I've been thinking about it too. You've been thinking about it too. Funny little thing, I've been thinking about you. Don't panic, just groove. I've been thinking about it too. You've been thinking about it too. Funny little thing, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Don't panic, just groove. I've been thinking about it too. You've been thinking about it too. Funny little thing, I can make it come true. I can make it come true. Quarantining got me feeling cause I'm inside, losing my mind. Probably watch I make some stuff to get you home. As a matter of fact, it's giving me the shakes. I've been waiting so long that I can't even taste. But this groove and this mood puts me in a good space. I've been thinking about you while I stand in this place. Close my eyes, put my hands on your waist while we have a good time. And I hear you say, don't panic, babe. Just a minute, babe. I'm not finished, babe. That's what I hear you say. Don't panic, just groove. I've been thinking about it too. You've been thinking about it too. Funny little thing, I've been thinking about you. Thinking about you. Don't panic, just groove. I've been thinking about it too. You've been thinking